Okay.
If we move it out a little bit, it'll be more individual as opposed to.
Let's say here's fine, and we could put PO and
Okay.
service provider.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's the agenda here? Just the mayor speaking, right?
No, nurse will speak, and then anyone else who wants to talk about what their organization is.
Okay.
He's going to mention everything. He's going to mention the volleyball.
Okay.
But if you want to talk a little bit more on that, you have questions, because I don't think we talked about that.
Okay. We did at the press conference the other day at the EOC.
Okay.
So, we talked a bit by that time.
I noticed you guys didn't get
We
exactly.
stood up the extra, boat teams and the high current vehicle teams that we demobilize those because there's many people, and if we have to, we can restore them back up again. We sent two more boats with 3 persons in each element down to the impact.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a total of 6.
That's great. Okay. So we got.
Changes pretty quickly.
How are you?
We don't want to commit more
Yes, we met before. You know what? Let me get you one to take this microphone off. Come on over. Your spot. There. Now, Mayor, are you going to open up for any questions for you after this? You just wanna know- Okay.
I don't have questions for me, but I probably actually want to ask questions of those folks.
Gotcha. Just wanted to kind of get an idea of the flow to let them know.
Okay.
That's a good thing. Well, I know you're well taken care of.
Morning.
Councilmember Renteria. Oh,
That's
I
good.
was going to say hello. How are you?
That's good.
Just make sure I don't pull anything down.
Unelected important people, front and center.
We ready? We waiting for anybody else? Anybody else we need to wait for? Okay. I want to thank you guys for all coming back out again. Is everybody ready? Anybody need the weight balance?
I got a white shirt if you do.
Really? They've already found us. All right, I want to begin. Good afternoon. We were spared the worst here in Austin. Waters are receding. Low water crossings are all open in our city. We do not expect Onion Creek to threaten homes. Thousands of folks are getting their power turned back on. I think at one point we had over 35,000 disruptions, and we're down now to just over 2,000. We have right now over 30 crews out trimming trees, electrical crews out working to restore power in those areas that have yet to come back online. Now, of course, things could always change. Weather is unpredictable, so we continue to urge everyone to sign up for alerts at warncentraltexas.org. That's warncentraltexas.org. You can sign up for alerts. So we're okay, but now we have to help the rest of Texas. First, everybody should know that company is coming. We and other of the major cities around the state have received a request from the state to shelter thousands of our fellow Texans. I have had the opportunity to talk to the mayors of the other major cities in the state, and that includes cities that are going to be receiving folks like Dallas and San Antonio. And I've also had the opportunity to be able to communicate with the mayor of Houston, Mayor Turner, who, really has a fight and a battle on his hands in Houston right now. We in Austin are in the process of figuring out how many people we can take and where we would house the company when they come to join us. And at this point, we don't have a lot more definitive information than that, but we hope to have a little bit more information later this evening or tomorrow morning. And as soon as I know more, as soon as the city knows more, then that information is going to be made available to you. I think it's real important, and we want to make sure that all our guests that are arriving know that they are welcome and they are safe here. And want them to know that Austin's going to take real good care of you, and that everybody is welcome in our shelters and to join us. We are not checking papers. We are just opening our doors to make sure that everybody is safe. And then, of course, when company comes, everybody has chores to do, and we're no exception here. For those folks that are arriving, I've been asked to tell everybody that you need to, one, if you want to check to see where your loved ones are, and to make it easier for your loved ones to find you if you have come to Austin, so that they know that you're okay. We're urging all these folks to go to safeandwell.org. That's safeandwell.org, so you can keep track of people. If you want to volunteer, and I'll tell you, I've been all around our city over the last few days, and we are a community of givers. You should go to givepulse.com. That's givepulse.com if you want to volunteer. If you want to help feed people, I would urge everybody to give to the Central Texas Food Bank. But I would also tell you that a can of food given to Central Texas Food Bank isn't the best way to do that right now, because we have folks that don't have can openers or a kitchen. But what would be best would be actually giving a donation to Central Texas Food Bank .org, centraltexasfoodbank.org, so that they can take that money and to be able to purchase some MREs, some meals that are ready to eat, so that we can give those to folks that are coming into our shelter. If you want to give blood, we have a need right now in our city generally, and certainly for this event. We urge people to go to weareblood.org. That's weareblood.org. You can make an appointment to go if you want to. That phone number would be 512-206-1266. That's 512-206-1266. They are especially looking for folks that can donate type O blood, either positive or negative. Type O type blood, and it is needed badly in our community right now. If you want to donate pet supplies to help with pets in our city, petsalive.org. That's Pets Alive, Austin Pets Alive. I butchered that. I'm going to say it again. It's Austin Pets Alive, and the website is austinpetsalive.org. They are looking for donations of contributions. They're also looking for pet supplies. If you want to donate diapers, and we have already been able to give some of our guests over 5,000 diapers here in just the few days that we've been receiving folks. But there's a drop-off location that you can find by going to austindiapers.org. That's austindiapers.org. And they need all sizes and all types of diapers. To donate household goods, we would direct people to Austin Disaster Relief Network. That's Austin Disaster Relief Network. They're at 1122 East 51st Street, 1122 East 51st Street, or to sign up to volunteer at adrn.org, adrn.org. We also have representatives, I think, with us today from the Austin Bar Association, from the Austin Young Lawyers Association, in case any of you have questions for them. They're here to help people with insurance claims in the shelters and otherwise. And then I want to focus just for a second on Houston. I mentioned them briefly a second ago. The storms they're just getting battered. I'm sorry. Red Cross has been absolutely amazing here. I started off in the Red Cross Command Center. Our command center here in Austin is actually the command center for the 80-county region that we have. And as I've been doing the last several days, the best way to assist the Red Cross, since we've already had a couple thousand volunteers sign up and go through training. They don't need physical goods at this point, clothing and the like. What they really need are contributions. And you can make a contribution to the Red Cross by texting 90999. That's 90999, and then typing in the words Red Cross. And that would automatically give a $10 contribution to Red Cross. I want to talk about Houston. As I said, as we all know, they're getting battered pretty hard. I've had the opportunity to communicate with the mayor, Turner, in Houston, and I want you to know just how proud I am and how much respect and how impressed I have been with his calm leadership. You know, when you're in the position he was in, you have to make difficult decisions. He was faced with a crisis, continues to be faced with a crisis, and the decisions that he is making, I think, are saving many lives in Houston. So I wanted him to know that our support was with him, and to me, he is an example of what strong leadership and action looks like. To help with Houston, I would say he wants us to send our folks to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund, which is being administered by the Greater Houston Community Foundation, and he asks people to go and donate at GHCF, Greater Houston Community Foundation.org. It's those letters, GHCF.org. We are doing everything we can as a city to support and help the operation in Houston. We have sent 26 or are sending 26 firefighters to Houston, already gone.
They're there.
They have been dispatched. We have one water team manager that's been sent out that way, 12 boat squads. That's 2 teams of 6 people in a boat squad. We have 4 helicopter water technicians that have gone on to Houston. We have 4 police officers in the Texas Task Force 1 joining that operation. We have Austin Police Department here locally is working with other police forces in our area because we anticipate that there's going to be a request for additional police officers. We have sent 18 medics. I want you to know how proud I am of the folks that I just left at the Emergency Operations Command Center, the EOC. It is an amazing operation to watch, where there are dozens of people sitting at desks in an open space area where they can see each other and talk to each other, phones on every desk. Connected to each other, connected to the outside world. The coordination that is happening is incredibly impressive. They have been through drills, they have been through tests on this, and unfortunately we've had a little bit of experience as well with this, but it is a finely tuned and oiled machine, and I just wish that the entire community had a chance to walk through that facility, because you would be as confident as I am that our public safety professionals from all parts of our city, probably, 50 different agencies and organizations represented in that room, are just doing an absolutely incredible job of keeping us safe. And finally, we were talking at the Emergency Command Central about the operations that we were at now and the people that we are receiving. And they handed out to everybody a map I grabbed the one for Delco just because you're at Delco right now. Every one of these dots represents a family, and the color of the dots represent how many people are in the family. And I want you to know that everybody in that emergency command facility knows that these dots are real people. These are real families. You know, I've been here enough right now that I think I know most of the children that are behind us in these cots. These are folks that are so appreciative of our community stepping forward and helping to keep them safe and warm and fed. It's something that we do because it's the right thing to do. But it is also something that we do to others, because tomorrow we're going to want those others to be prepared to do it for us. And we're going to do this in a way and with a spirit and with an exuberance and with a helping hand, exactly as we would want extended to us and our community. And it is inevitable that someday we'll be the ones that are asking for that support.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
My family has been through this 4 times. This is our 4th time. We went through both Halloween, Memorial Day, and now this one. And we are from Austin. We're from Travis County. And we stayed homeless for almost 2 entire years because we were not helped the way we should have been helped. And we just now found shelter after being homeless for 2 years. And it was wiped out again. And we want to know what's being done for us. I mean, we do know, we see the efforts, we see what's being done. There is a lot of help, but it just is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Well, let me come over and talk to you right now, because I'll tell you that working with folks that are homeless. No, that's good. That's fine.
Listen to me so far.
No, that's good.
And we just,
I want you to know that working with folks in our community right now that are homeless is one of the highest priorities that I personally have.
we were very well off before it happened.
And it's something.
We've been 2 years we've been homeless, and we worked so hard to get our children's school clothes and school supplies ready for this year, and they're gone now.
What's your name?
Wendy Welch.
Wendy. Let me come and talk to you right now. Let me, Wendy, I'm going to come down and talk to you because this is a really high priority for me, and I think for our community. So let me come down. Let me. No, Wendy, that's okay. Let me give the opportunity for other people to come to the microphone if they want to say anything. Jeff, Commissioner, you want to say something in PO? If you want to say, but anyone else? Okay. Wendy, I'll come down in a little bit.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank everybody who has volunteered their time, volunteered their efforts, volunteered their personal resources to help others. I think what was demonstrated just a moment ago is we are just at the tip of the iceberg. You know, this is going to be something, this is going to be one of the worst disasters in Texas history, maybe in American history. And it's going to take a long time to get everybody back to where they were. But it's important first that we stabilize families, that we take care of community members. And I think the city of Austin, working with the county, working with the state, working with the nonprofit community, have done an amazing job to this point. But we have to remember that there are going to be difficult days ahead, and this is going to take a long time because so many people are going to go back to places where their homes used to be. And there's going to be, and we're all going to be called on as community members to help restore them. So this is not a short-term effort. This is a long-term effort, and we're going to need everybody in this room working together for a long period of time. But thank you, Mr. Mayor, for all that you've done, the compassion that you've shown, and we just have to remember that now we are our brothers and sisters keepers, and we need to keep that in mind. People need us now, and it's going to get much worse before it gets better. So we're going to have to dig in and help as many people as we can, hopefully for as long as we can. Thank you.
Yes, I do echo the same words that our mayor and county commissioner have said. You know, right now a lot of people's in harm's way. You know, there's no electricity, there's no water. If you ever been to Houston or the Gulf Coast, you know that the mosquito population is really bad. And I'm telling everyone down there that we have a place here. Y para los que hablan español, que tenemos lugar aquí para todos ustedes. Y estás bienvenido. Aquí no pedimos por papeles y nada de eso. So, lo quiero decir a todos que si necesitan un lugar, vengan para Austin, Texas. Because the thing is that the mosquito problem is so severe out there that a lot of these people without electricity, they would have to open up their windows. And we don't want them to catch any of the disease these mosquitoes pass on. So they're welcome to come here to Austin.
Council General, you want to say something?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. My name is Carlos González Gutiérrez. I am the Consul General of Mexico here in Austin. I'd like to thank the Mayor for this opportunity to share with you that last night, the Secretary of Foreign Affairs of Mexico, Luis Videgaray, talked with Governor Abbott and offered him the fullest extent possible of our help in these difficult moments. We are in constant contact with the Office of the Governor and the Office of the Secretary of State to determine in very specific ways how and what type of help would be of the greatest use for Texas in this moment. You will hear specifics on that regard pretty soon from us. Besides that, the network of 11 consulates that Mexico has in Texas is being used now to visit shelters like this one all over the state, to identify Mexican nationals, offer them help in terms of repatriation if they are interested in being repatriated, monetary help to face the most immediate challenges they might have, help in terms of IDs. Some of them need documentation services like passport and consular ID, help in finding relatives, both in the US or Mexico, and in general help in dealing with local authorities and doing the paperwork that most likely in a later stage FEMA might need from them. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage all people from the Mexican community and the immigrant community in general who might be watching to not hesitate calling 911. This is a moment in which we are all here to serve, particularly the personnel of the emergency services. And if I may, I'd like to say this in Spanish. Mi nombre es Carlos González Gutiérrez, soy el Cónsul General de México en Austin. Me complace comentarles que el día de ayer el Secretario de Relaciones Exteriores de México, Luis Videgaray, tuvo una llamada con el gobernador Greg Abbott y le ofreció toda la ayuda posible para Texas en estos momentos difíciles. A través de mi oficina estamos en contacto con la oficina del gobernador y la oficina del secretario de Estado para definir con mucha mayor especificidad qué es lo que Texas necesita con mayor urgencia. Pronto les informaremos sobre la manera en cómo el gobierno de México ayudará a Texas a enfrentar la tormenta Harvey, el desastre natural Harvey. Mientras tanto, las 11 oficinas consulares de México en Texas están visitando los albergues como este para identificar los nacionales mexicanos que puedan haber sido afectados y que necesitan refugio en este tipo de shelters, en este tipo de refugios, y les ofrecemos varias cosas. Primero, ayuda para una posible repatriación en caso de que quieran regresar a México, ayuda financiera para enfrentar sus retos más inmediatos, ayuda en términos de documentación, muchos de ellos necesitan ayuda para obtener su pasaporte o su matrícula consular, ayuda para localizar familiares, ya sea aquí en México o en los Estados Unidos, y en general ayuda para hacer los trámites que necesiten hacer frente a las autoridades locales y en su momento frente a FEMA para recibir la ayuda que puedan requerir. Quisiera aprovechar esta oportunidad para hacerle un llamado a mis compatriotas y a la comunidad inmigrante en general que no dude marcar el 911 en caso de que necesite ayuda de emergencia. En estos momentos, el personal de bomberos, de policía y las autoridades de la ciudad están para servirles independientemente de su estatus migratorio. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Absolutely. Chief, someone want to say something else?
Sure. You know, we've heard a lot about helping our communities to the south and welcoming our company to our city. But I also want to make sure that everybody in our city stays safe. And one of those couple things that you can do is if you're without power and you are using candles, please don't leave your candles burning unattended. And we'd really like it even better if you use battery-operated candles instead. But most important, please make sure that you have working smoke alarms in your home. We know that smoke alarms save lives, and we want to be sure that you are safe in our community so that we in turn can welcome more into our community and welcome them into a safe environment. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else want to take time?
Marshall Cothran, Chief Executive of We Are Blood. I just want you to know, Mayor, that the golden rule holds for We Are Blood as well. Wednesday and Thursday before Harvey hit, we were in a critical situation in Austin, Texas. And our friends from other community blood centers, from San Antonio to Rhode Island, helped us out. And our community has responded by donating. More than 500 donors have shown up over the weekend and stabilized the local blood supply for you and for your neighbors, to the point to where we were now able yesterday to return the favor and send some units down to our friends in Houston. They're not even able to collect blood this week. Their centers are closed. Our friends in Corpus Christi are just now able to get back in and open up. And so the need has not passed, and I want you to know, I want to thank all of you who came out to donate blood this weekend, and let you know that with the holiday coming up next weekend, every community's blood supply is challenged, and it will even be magnified in Houston and Corpus Christi, Texas. We want to make sure that your local blood supply is here if you show up in the hospital, and we want to be able to help our neighbors. Thank you, and come on out this week. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Anyone want to say anything real fast?
Just very briefly from an animal perspective, Mary Herwald with Austin Pets Alive. And we just want to express our deepest gratitude for the Austin community and people from coast to coast because of the amazing support that we've received. We're saving now over 330 animals with more to come throughout the week. And we've now pulled in national support from a couple of amazing national organizations to not only help us rehome animals, but also reunite lost animals with their owners. It's a collaborative effort, and we appreciate the support. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amy Wellborn. I'm the president of the Austin Bar Association. That's AMYWELBORN.
And I'm Austin Kaplan, president of the Austin Young Lawyers Association. Austin, like the city, KAPLAN.
We have a number of different legal hotlines set up if people have legal questions. Here in Austin, on September the 5th, the Lawyer Referral Service from 5:30 to 7:30 will have a call-in hotline for any type of legal questions at 512-472-8303.
And the Texas Bar has a hotline, 1-800-504-7030. That's open 24/7 for legal questions. Again, the Texas Bar hotline is 1-800-504-7030.
We'd also like to say there's been a number of questions circulating around with regards to the new insurance laws. Regardless, it's always important to file your insurance claim. I will say that the new law does not always apply to all flood insurance claims, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go ahead and file your insurance claim.
Thank you. Anyone else want to say something? Go ahead.
I'm here representing the Austin Disaster Relief Network, a network of over 175 churches that we help organize and mobilize to respond here in our local community and even beyond. And I know that I speak on behalf of many nonprofit organizations to say that we are standing with you and your leadership, Mr. Mayor, and those throughout the city that are laboring diligently to help those affected in our own community, those beyond the walls of our own community. So currently we are organizing efforts to send down supplies and collecting those goods at our thrift store located on East 51st and I-35, as well as having a call center established to receive calls from survivors, those evacuees needing immediate support in our own community, but those looking to coordinate resources outside of our community as well. And our website is adrn.org. Our hotline is 512-806-0800. And I'll say this lastly, again, as many organizations could say, that the need for funding is significant for these families. I mean, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars will be needed in the days ahead to see these people's lives restored long term. Thank you.
Hi, Mark Jackson, Chief Development Officer for the Central Texas Food Bank. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for explaining how the food bank is pivotal during a time like this. Our food bank serves 21 counties, many of which have experienced some severe flooding. We will definitely be working to serve those folks, but because our food bank was not impacted and damaged by the storms, we're going to be working really closely and hard with all of our sister food banks along the coast, mobilizing and getting emergency boxes of food out to those folks. And what we want to do is receive as much cash donations as possible so we can quickly mobilize and get those donations to those folks. As the mayor mentioned, donating canned goods right now is just going to slow the process down, and we want to be as fast as possible. We appreciate your support.
Anybody have any questions? We have everybody here is helping out. Yes. I'm not sure that we have anybody from Houston that's arrived so far. I was trying to say, do you know?
There are some that arrived from Houston. We can try and get you numbers as best as we can. We'll send it down in press release.
But we're anticipating a lot more folks, and that's going to be something that's being discussed later this afternoon. Well, I think that we refer to the White House questions about what the president's going to do or not do, but we're certainly going to be prepared in case the president decides to stop here. We have about 550 people total. I think there are a little under 200 people here. We have some people at LBJ. We had some people at Burger Center, but I think they got moved out, or are they still there? And then we have a few people at Burger Center. Any other questions? Yes, we've been asked to take. They're polling people now to see how many folks can take. And yes, we were asked about 7,000 people. We were asked to look and see. I think they're trying to test capacities right now. We're going to be meeting as a city later this afternoon to discuss those issues so we can get back to them.
In the past, the convention center has been an option. Are you looking at that again?
Convention center is an option, but it's one of many options being discussed.
What term are you planning for the folks who came as it open as we leave?
I'm not sure that anybody knows quite yet how long to plan for. But I think that one of the things that's being considered is, an extended stay for some people.
Given any estimates on how many people are going to be requiring shelters statewide?
I don't know the statewide number. Do you know? We'll have to check. I don't know what that number is. If I check with Jason later, we'll try and get you that number. Any other questions? Thank you guys so much for coming here. You are the way that a lot of this information can get out to the community. So you guys have a really important role in this too. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for everything that you all are doing. Let us know if there's anything we can be doing to help you guys.
We will do that. We'll keep sending them. We don't want to. Wait, let's be careful here. This one, I think.
You can always tell who's in charge of safety.